The word leadership means different things to different people. While some see it as a means to achieve personal ends, others take it as a challenge and a God-given privilege to serve humanity. Those of a later school of thought have had their names written boldly on the pages of history. They did not only come to terms with the demands of leadership, but also gave good accounts of their stewardship to the people in whatever capacity they were called upon to serve. It is refreshing to note that such men were not mythic, nor were they found only on the pages of history books. Exceptional men still live amongst us and are easily distinguishable by their rare determination to tread where lesser men would cower. They view life as a huge drawing board where dreams are drawn and pursued. They do not relent in their pursuits until they have made indelible marks in the sands of time. They are known as diligent men who do the extraordinary because they are extraordinary. Enter Senator David Bonaventure Mark, GCON, President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly, Federal Republic of Nigeria. A great icon of our time, worthy son of a Idoma nation of Benue State, astutely representing their interests with all sense of purpose and rare commitment.
My strength is you, the youth, the women, the people of Idoma. I don't have strength from anywhere else. It's what you give to me that gives me the power. And it's because when I look back, I see the massive support from Idoma land. It strengthens me.
Evidence of his dedication to transforming the fortunes of Idoma people spans the length and breadth of the Benue South Senatorial District, made up of 4 federal constituencies: Otukpo Ohimini, Apa Agatu, Ado Ogbadibo Okboku, and Obi Oju, within which exist 102 council wards spread across 9 local government areas, namely Ado, Agatu, Apa, Obi, Ogbadibo, Ohimini, Oju, Okboku, and Otukpo.
Say that Benue South Senatorial District will get whatever it deserves from the federal government as very quickly as it is possible for as long as I'm on that seat.
Senator Mark is an embodiment of long and selfless service to his people. Ever since his days in the military, where he patriotically served in government as military governor and federal minister right up to his advent into active partisan politics, he has demonstrated exemplary leadership qualities. He has brought these rare qualities and rich experiences to bear in his effective running of the Nigerian Senate, thereby ushering in an unprecedented era of stability and progress to the upper chamber of our national bicameral legislature.
We have all worked together as a team. My prayer, my desire is that we continue to work together as a team. You, as my colleagues, have reposed very unusual level of confidence and trust in me. And my honest prayer to my God is, let me never have an opportunity to let you down.
By the attestations of most Nigerians and observers of the Nigerian political scene, the Senate presidency of Senator David Mark has been one of the most remarkable, one of the most efficiently run, and one of the most effective Senate presidency that this country has ever witnessed since independence.
Now in his second term as President of the Senate, His Excellency David Mark continues to give good account of his stewardship despite demands associated with the running of the affairs of the National Assembly. He has, by all ramifications, kept faith with his campaign promise of championing the coast to bring sustained development to Idoma land. He is credited with directly initiating and attracting several high-profile sectorial projects across the Benue South Senatorial District. These projects cut across various sectors such as health, education, agriculture, communications, power, roads, and sports. Due to distance and a difficult terrain of most areas of Idoma land, the rural inhabitants before now found it difficult to access health care. This not only resulted in unnecessary deaths, but also made access to affordable health care an uphill task, as most of the people had to embark on strenuous journeys to either Otukpo town or Makudi, the state capital, for professional medical attention. The Senate President has promptly responded to the yearnings of the people for accessible and affordable health care by influencing the establishment of healthcare centers like the one located at Egba in Agatu local government area.
It's a very good project, and we Agatu people, we are always behind him. Anytime if he say he want to come again, we are always with him. We thank him for the project, and we want him to do more for us, because Agatu is the first place where he always wins his election.
There is also a comprehensive health center located at Otukpo local government, which will serve a total of 7 communities between Asa, Akpegede and Ojantele. These initiatives have brought relief to the people and undoubtedly serve as symbols that David Mark is in tune with their needs. Beyond the issues of healthcare centers and facilities, Senator Mark has also ensured the provision of social amenities such as portable drinking water, which will bear directly on the health of the people. An example is the construction of a motorized borehole facility in Ogi village, Utonkon district in Ada local government area. The community had for years been subject to guinea worm epidemic. Erstwhile attempts to treat and disinfect natural water sources in the area by concerned organizations like the Yakubu Gowon Center were met with stiff resistance by the people due to traditional beliefs. The problem was, however, circumnavigated with the construction of a borehole facility under the MDG Quick Wins initiative attracted by David Mark. The people now have access to safe portable drinking water.
There is a pond somewhere there, which was the only source of water intake for this community. They had wanted to go and get it disinfected, but the community insisted that because their gods and goddesses live in that water, it cannot be disinfected. Yet, Guinea worm continued to be ravaging this community until the intervention of the President of the Senate, when he decided to dig this borehole for the betterment and benefit of the community.
Senator David Mark has also ensured that the MDG scheme is replicated in several other locations across the senatorial district. Some of these include the construction of a solar panel borehole at Egba in Agatu local government area, construction of a motorized borehole at Ipolu Boju in Otukpo local government area, and 2 boreholes at Obarikeito in Obi local government area. Others include the construction of a borehole facility in LGEA Primary School at Ibila Center, Igede, Oju local government area, Wesley Primary School, Igumale, Ado local government area. There is also the one located at the College of Education, Oju local government area, which was cited as a result of Senator Mark's intervention following students' unrest due to perennial water scarcity at the institution. Like many other initiatives credited to his compassionate stewardship, the students now enjoy new, more convenient and safer lease of life, as evidenced by constantly running water.
The history of crisis in the institution has been because of water shortages, and since the intervention came from His Excellency with the provision of an overhead borehole, I think that problem has been alleviated, and we are all happy, enjoying the water now. The students are happy, we are happy, and we pray that God will give him the enablement to extend more of those provisions to us.
Senator Mark has also been actively involved in the provision of other multi-million naira water-related projects aimed at ensuring access to safe, potable drinking water as well as for the enhancement of agricultural activities. These include construction of an earth dam at Otobi, Otukpo in Otukpo local government, which he personally initiated as a member of the 5th Senate. Construction of the Akpagede multi-purpose dam at Otukpo local government. Construction of an earth dam at Otukpo Nobi in Otukpo local government area. And construction of the Otukpo Dam, Amla in Otukpo local government area. The hallmark of the water projects he attracted to his senatorial district is a multi-billion naira multi-purpose dam at Otobi, Akpa in Otukpo local government area. The dam has potential for hydropower generation and will also provide a means of livelihood for hundreds of thousands who are actively engaged in agriculture, fisheries and tourism. Already the project, even at this construction stage, has provided job opportunities for hundreds of families.
It can bring a lot of job opportunities because mainly in third world countries, even from where I come from, water is actually the main source and it's an important source of living for the people in the local community. You can use it, it's not only for irrigation, you can actually use it for fishing. Fisheries, that alone is a lot of income for the local population at least. Once this is completed, at least most of these things will be resolved. The community will be at ease. People can further plan not only for now but for the future.
The impact of Senator Mark's purposeful and visionary representation of the people has also been felt deep in the heartland of the Benue South Senatorial District. Most of Idoma land before the advent of his stewardship were not easily accessible. The general topography of the land made effective mobility and access to and from rural areas a seasonal affair and a cumbersome task. It also had adverse effects on agricultural, commercial and general productivity of the people. Communication with the outside world was nearly impossible. Not only were motorable roads scarce in most localities, the few existing ones had become deplorable, leading to untold hardships suffered by the people, often resulting in loss of lives and properties. Now that relief has come their way, the people readily share their tales of woe.
I would like to sincerely thank the Senate President for all that he's been doing for this country, for Benue State, and also for Benue South Senatorial District. He has performed excellently. This road means so much to my heart, and it has a story attached to it. One particular evening, I came with these little boys there. It rained heavily that same day, and I was hearing down the hill the sound of one vehicle. At the end of the day, the vehicle came up top of the hill, so I went there to find out what was happening. And there were 5 of them in that vehicle. One driver, the boss, and one elderly lady sitting down in front with a newborn baby with blood. And then there were 3 other guys at the back, a lady in between the 2 men. And I went there to find out what was happening. And they told me that she gave birth to a child in the morning, early hours of the morning, and the placenta did not come down. And they were trying to get to Tukpo. From morning, the road was no good, and so they couldn't get there. At the time they got to this hill, the woman was already dead. So I asked them to go back home. And I kept on discussing this road with the senator himself. Once we have this road, so if such a thing should happen now, we can easily get to Tukpo and get the woman killed. If I had known the name of that woman, by now I'll be suggesting that this road be named after her.
Fortunately, David Mark has been able to direct the attention of the federal government to the issue of rural access and mobility. The latter has responded positively, and efforts are yielding fruits in the form of the construction and rehabilitation of several roads under the Rural Access and Mobility Projects RAMP initiative, which is aimed at opening up the rural areas and also ultimately enhancing commercial activities. These roads now link towns and villages. The people are quick to appreciate the efforts of the President of the Senate in these areas.
Well, on behalf of the Igede Youth Council and the general Igede people, I appreciate the Senate President, Sen.David Mark, for this project. It has actually impacted positively on the life of our people. It has really helped in the movement of goods. Not just the movement of goods, the ordinary commuters, we in Oju are enjoying it. We no longer have the usual hitches when coming to the town, to Oju main town from here. It has really saved us out of a lot of stress.
It has bring a lot of development in the community by making this road viable for Agato people, to be easier for them to convey their farm products.
The road has helped the community greatly because easy movement now is very fast than before. Now we can leave as early as possible from Nadoka to Otukpo and make every commercial activities and come back.
Other rural access and mobility related projects attracted by Senator David Mark and which are worthy of mention here include the Obagaji Okokolo Road in Agatu local government area, construction of a 10-kilometer Ugbokbo Ojantele Ikobi Road in Apa local government area, construction of a 2.5-kilometer Ugbokbo Ediko Odugbo Road, the 4-kilometer Aulema Alaglanu Road in Ohimini local government area, the Adoka Umogidi Opaha Road in Otukpo local government area, the Uboju Ogoli Bridge in Otukpo local government, the Adoka Onaje Bridge in Otukpo local government. Others are the reconstruction of the Otukpo Enugu Highway, the construction of Oju, Ujume, Edumoga, Ohuma Road in Oju local government area, construction of a 8-kilometer Adum East Adiko Okutungbe Road in Obi local government area, construction of a 10.9-kilometer Adum East Ohuma Ojua Road in Obi local government area, which also links to Oju and to Obi local government areas. There are also the Igumale Ulai Izigban Road in Ada local government area, which will ease access and mobility for surrounding communities. Construction of the Otada, Emichi, Okpamaju and Odudaja Road in Otukpo local government area. Construction of the rural feeder road at Otukponobi, Ajobe, Otukwicho, Otukpo local government area. Construction of the 3.5-kilometer Ogoli, Ipolo, Ipomicho rural feeder road, Ogoli Uboju in Otukpo local government area. The most determined of the road projects attracted by Senator David Mark is undoubtedly the ongoing construction of the extensive bridge and link road, which will connect Loko, a town in Nasarawa State, with Oweto town located in Agatu local government area of Benue State. The bridge is meant to connect Abuja to Otukpo, thereby reducing the journey from over 5 hours as being presently experienced to about 2 hours.